Ladakh. India's icy fortress against the twin threats of China and Pakistan is at the forefront of unrest rooted in revolt. 5 years after its designation as a union territory, demands for greater autonomy have led to a standoff. The demands roar louder. A legislature for local voices, job safeguards against outsider influx, and the 6th Schedule's autonomous councils to guard tribal essence, echoing a fight that simmered since the 1980s.
Most significantly, what the 6th Schedule does is gives fleeting powers with respect to certain subjects to the autonomous district councils, which also have something called regional councils underneath. What are important in that are, one, the land use. They can, except for land acquisition purpose, where the state has the power to interfere. But otherwise, land use with respect to determination of agricultural and non-agricultural land is determined by the ADCs, the autonomous district councils, including the regional councils. Two are the laws: inheritance, marriage, divorce, including the procedural laws. They can forego all the courts and they can constitute their own courts with their own judges and have their legal process be pertaining to their own laws they have made.
The demands of the people of Ladakh are important because some of their concerns need to be addressed by the center. They are worried about the 6th Schedule. They are worried about employment opportunities. They are worried about concerns of socio-economic development.
Following the unrest, the centre has engaged through the high-powered committee. The Ministry of Home Affairs has called a fresh meeting of the high-powered committee on the 6th of October in Delhi to address long-standing political demands. But the Leh apex body and Kargil Democratic Alliance have pulled out, criticising Article 371 as a watered-down fix that ignores full 6th Schedule powers. In response, the government has reaffirmed its openness to dialogue with the Leh apex body and Kargil Democratic Alliance at any time through the high-powered committee or other platforms.
I think it's very important that the center continues with its progressive talks with the representatives of Ladakh. Some of the Ladakhis feel that they've been raising this issue over the last 6 years. Obviously, the steps to bring in the 6th Schedule requires a lot more consideration, a lot more process, a lot more procedure, and more importantly, it has to be brought about with a constitutional amendment. So these are processes. But the most important thing to the people of Ladakh is how do you increase your socio-economic growth yardstick, and that is important.
While a breakdown of trust between the locals and government looms, the expectation is for the meeting to yield a solution that propagates stability and calm.
The population of Leh is patriotic. Therefore, we need to work towards a solution which keeps the situation under control and keeps the Ladakhis satisfied with a sense of fairness and reasonableness. We cannot govern high-handedly or with arrogance towards their demands. We need to very sympathetically, sensitively address those demands to the extent reasonably possible. So the outcome has to be a solution which leads to stability, peace, and calm.
I think there is an agenda put forward by the committee which would be there, and their agenda points of the people are primarily the 6th Schedule, the statehood, for it. I would even say what is that other thing that they have been wanting? The Public Service Commission is one of the demands that comes along with it. So there are certain things which they've been wanting it. Two Lok Sabha seats is what they've been looking for. Job opportunities for locals is what they've been looking for. So these are certain on the agenda, but I'm sure discussions will take place.
Ladakh's location facing China and Pakistan makes it strategically critical. Maintaining strong local government ties is key to security, as disruptions could be exploited by twin adversaries.
Ladakh is a frontline state. As you all know, it borders both China and Pakistan. You have these two separate regions, the Leh and Kargil, both comprising the Ladakh Union Territory, of population a little less than 3 lakhs, almost you can say 50%, a little more in Kargil and a little less in the Buddhist region of Leh. Kargil is dominated by Shia Muslims and Leh is dominated by the Buddhists. In that context, the army is there. We have a huge setup of the armed forces over there. As a result of which, we have excellent relations, excellent people, excellent relations.
See, there are severe challenges to our security in Ladakh. Both our enemies would like to meddle and fish in troubled waters, as they say. So we have to be careful. Yet, the reasonable aspirations have to be met as promised.
The sixth schedule has provided safeguards in the northeast for decades. In Ladakh, locals deem it would prevent outsider-driven development that threatens ecology and demographics. The hope is that the power corridors of Delhi would look beyond partial provisions of Article 371 and impart concessions.
Ladakh is a very important part of the country with respect to strategic and national security importance. It shares border with Pakistan and China, which are high conflict zones where we have border management issues, like how strategically important Andaman and Nicobar Islands and Lakshadweep are. So keeping that in mind, the concessions possible, I will say probably 3. First being they explore the full benefit of the Article 240 which they are a part of, where the President is given a power to make regulations with respect to peace, progress and good government of the Union territory. So they can try to put their demands to ensure the President makes regulations where their interests are covered. That is the first probability, that they continue the Union territory status and seek or reap the benefits of Article 240 which they already have along with Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Dadra Nagar Haveli and Daman Diu, and of course Pondicherry. Second probability is that they ask for full statehood and seek benefit under 371A. Third possibility is what they are demanding for. They ask for full statehood and benefit of Schedule 6. These are the 3 possibilities.
As Ladakh stands at a critical crossroads 5 years after its Union territory status, the unresolved demands for 6th schedule safeguards, statehood and local protections have fueled a cycle of protests. This agitation, rooted in fears of demographic shifts, resource exploitation and cultural erosion in a strategically vital region bordering China and Pakistan, is an alarm. India cannot afford unrest in Ladakh.